Friends, neighbors, look, I got you a bouquet. This is flax. Same thing as linseed. And yes, flaxseed oil and linseed oil are kind of the same thing, but the linseed oil you get in the store you cannot eat because it's been extracted with chemicals and it will be poison to you and make you not alive. So don't eat that. But the one labeled flaxseed oil in the food part of the store, you can eat that. Flax is a beautiful little flower. It's also an edible. It has a slender little stalk. It will have little thin alternate leaves. The flowers will come off at the base of where the leaf is, and they'll alternate too. The flowers are blue. Well, there's a bunch of different species, but the ones I'm talking about have blue flowers with 5 petals, and they will form these little capsules, and they'll have a bunch of little. Well, they'll have multiple. I dropped them, but each of these capsules will have multiple seeds. I think each compartment will have 1 to 2 seeds in it. But you know what's special about these is, for one thing, people will look at them, they won't know that it's food, so this is a food source that you'll know about that they won't know about. Also, flaxseed has omega-3s, which is a pretty good trick for a plant. Now, there are different forms of omega-3s. There's a plant form and an animal form, and we, being technically animals, use the animal form. But luckily, we can convert the plant form into the animal form. It's not nearly as efficient, so you'd have to eat a lot more. But you can get omega-3s from flax and from some other plants. You know, it's a shame that the plant form is not as efficient because flaxseed has more omega-3s than some fish. So you'll find these in fields, maybe in flower gardens, possibly in yards. They come in wildflower mixes a lot. And every morning they'll have a whole new set of blooms. The blooms will close up around noon, or the petals will fall off. It'll form these capsules. And as the season goes on, these will get so heavy that they droop over from their own weight, from their own success. They just can't bear it. They're so successful. When these little guys start turning golden, or when the plant looks like it's kind of spent and done, and maybe it's starting to look a little dried out, you can just yank it up out of the ground, get a bunch of them, tie them together, and hang them from a rafter. Just let them finish drying out. Then, now, okay, this is going to be the messy version. The real best version is to put this into like a pillowcase. And then, I don't have enough hands for this. Inside the pillowcase, you would just rub it and move it. Okay, this really isn't that hard. I'm making this terribly hard because I'm trying to do it on a camera. You can rub them. This is not going to work on the camera. I have to set this down and have 2 hands where you'll just get it and you can just rub it. Just a little bit of activity breaks those apart. And then you're going to have a bowl full of flaxseed along with the little skin off of those capsules. But you can pour it from one bowl into another and just blow as it goes through, or do it on a windy day. The little pieces of the capsule skin are very light and they will blow away. The seeds are heavy relative to those, so they'll fall through. I mean, it takes a few minutes, but it's not hard. And then you've got a bunch of flax seeds. Flax seed, as long as the seed coat is not broken, will stay good for, oh gosh, it should stay good for a few years, really, especially if you keep it in a cooler temperature. Now, once you break the seed coat, then the oils inside will start to go rancid faster. Or if it's kept that up, in someplace hot, like up in this attic in the middle of summer, they won't last as long. But let's say that you're not yet confident when you see a blue flower with a slender stem, the alternating little leaves, it has 5 petals, and it has new flowers every morning, and you think it's flax, but you're not really confident. What could you do to help build your confidence? Well, plant your own flax. And you don't have to order them from an expensive plant seed catalog. Just go to the grocery store, get some flax seeds, get the smallest container they have, unless you're going to eat them anyway, and then get whatever size you want, and just plant them. That's how I got these. The same thing works with chia seeds, although I've never gotten seeds back out of them, but you can make a tea out of the leaves. It's all right. But then you'll get to see it grow, and from then on, you will be confident in your identification of flax. Plus, they're just pretty to have around, and you're going to be able to eat them later. And then, in the event of zombie apocalypse, or just with the food prices going up and up and up, you will be able to lower your grocery bill by growing and foraging your own food. And that's really what we want to do here, right? I mean, it's nice to survive from zombies, don't get me wrong, but food's expensive, so it's better when you don't have to pay for it. You can also use flaxseed to make a hair gel, apparently. Obviously, I don't have to worry about that, but I was talking to Ruth just yesterday, and she was asking me if I'd ever tried it, and I said, no, but I'm going to have to now. Now I'm super curious. So I'm going to set up this experiment because mostly the gel part's going to be polysaccharides that are in the flax seed. The chia seed has a lot of polysaccharide. The mallow family is loaded with polysaccharides. And there's probably some extra things in the flax that makes it super good for a hair gel, but it's going to be a wonderful experiment. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to do all the things and support me with all the stuff. Links will be here.
Smash that like button and hit subscribe.
Lightly depress the like button. Gently click subscribe. And buy like 50 t-shirts. Join Patreon 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Give me a high five right now. Ready? High five.